All right, greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to the Crypto Truth, where I give you the truth as I see it. Okay, so lately we've been hearing some as Holochain has become popular. We've been seeing a lot of YouTubers. Some really don't understand what they're doing. A couple really does. Obviously, I've told you guys about them. I've subscribed to them, especially some of the new guys. Mindful Cog, good job on you, man. All right, so here we go. Um, there's a lot of confusion about the hot token and hollow fuel. So what I did was I went back and watched the AMAs, AMA 39, AMA 40. I've mentioned these before as well when I said I had in a video titled Hollow Fuel Concerns. And I went back and at the time I didn't watch Hollow Fuel 40. I just watched Hollow Fuel 39. Then I watched Hollow Fuel 39, Hollow Fuel 40. And then after this video, I'm going to watch Hollow Fuel 41. But I'm already solidified in my thinking of exactly what's going on. So I've decided that I'm going to trust the Holochain organization, that they know what they're doing, and that they're going to help those who have had the hot token and reward those who have had the hot token before and held on to it. As far as price goes, as an investor, we all know, if you guys pay attention to AMA 39 and AMA 40, they talk about the hot token and hollow fuel. They talk about, and I believe the biggest question that many of us are having right now is the reserve account. And again, all of these are answered in AMA 39. They can tell you better than I can, so do your own research. That's all I got to say. It's probably towards the middle of the video of AMA 39 that they really get into hollow fuel and hot token, and then also understanding the reserve account. So this is a new concept of exactly what's going on. I'm not even going to try to break it down. Again, I don't want to lead you guys in the wrong direction, but what I will say is to check out AMA 39, check out AMA 40, and even 41, as you'll get more clear understanding of the last time that they stated how the hollow fuel and how the swap will work. Now, one of the things to keep in mind, and this is what helped me. I'm not a financial advisor. Everyone can do whatever they want to do. But me personally, this is what I've decided after I saw the AMAs. After I saw the AMAs, I've decided that I'm going to keep the hot token. Now, after a while, the hot token and hollow fuel, they're going to diverge in price. We don't know exactly what that is, and as an investor, that's a scary thing. And that's why a lot of people are saying, hey, hollow fuel is going to have all of this this backing, this what's the word, this value, which is true. And I don't want to make any bones about it. Hollow fuel is going to take off. I really do believe that. This is not a hot versus hollow fuel type thing. There's a reason as to why hollow fuel is going to take off. So, and increase its value. The hot token inherently really doesn't have true value after the swap. Okay? After hollow fuel is on all of the exchanges, after hollow fuel is used by almost everyone, that's when the hot token is not necessarily going to have any value. But after watching AMA 39 and AMA 40, I believe that they're going to continue to use the hot token, and they've stated as much. But not only that, but it's very possible, and I'm not saying that they will, but it's very possible that some things can change in the hot token, and whether there's a burn or whether there's not. And even if there's not a burn, by the way, and I understand, when you watch AMA 39 and AMA 40, you understand why they didn't have a burn. You can't have a burn when it's on board to go into hollow fuel. That's another discussion for another day. But the thing about it is that when we're talking about the hot token, you have to understand that it is going to be used, or they're going to continue to have its value and maintain its value um, throughout much of the time, especially in the early part of the swap, right? In the early part. So many of you guys, I told you guys before in the other video, and I'm gonna tell you again, right when you're able to swap, I would not swap from hollow fuel, from the hot token to hollow fuel, because you're not going to be able to swap back over to hollow fuel to the hot token. It's complicated. Take a look at AMA 39 and 40 and even 41, and you guys will understand exactly what I'm talking about. Now, also, that does not mean that I'm never going to touch my hot token. I may, who knows? But for now, for the information that I have, I'm not touching the hot token. That does not mean that the value of hollow fuel will that does not mean that the value of hollow fuel will be diminished, or that it may not be greater. But I do understand this. There will never ever be a time where the hot token supply will be less than the hollow fuel token. I'm not sure if that makes any sense. Let me rephrase that, make sure I said that right. There will never be a time where the supply of the hot token will be less, and I should say, as far as an initial switch over, the hot token is only going to be 177 billion. Obviously, with hollow fuel, there's going to be more. It's going to expand. It's going to contract, and different things like that. But as far as the you guys have to understand the reserve account as well. There's never going to be a time in which hollow fuel will have less. Excuse me, hollow fuel will have less tokens than a hot token. It will always be more. And then what that ratio is that, and I said that wrong, and I apologize, you guys, but I'm just trying to get it right for you guys, because it is kind of confusing, right? Many of you guys are, there are some people, I'm hearing some YouTubers out there, they're saying they didn't understand anything about the hot token. They're saying in the next 40 or 50 years, the hot token will reach $1. Oh, okay. All right. They don't talk about hollow fuel. They don't talk about any of these things. Many of you guys who know me know I've been looking at this, and I've been trying to understand more of this. As information comes out, as more clearer information comes out, then we will be okay as investors. So again, I'm going to go back and say this. I'm not going to switch my hot token into hollow fuel. What I will do is I'm going, and I believe I told a couple of people, I'm going to wait 3 months and evaluate how things are. But most likely I'm going to keep the hot token if things go the way I think they're going to go. Now, it is wise to wait and see exactly what's going to happen so you can make a better decision. By the way, they talked about this. They said no less than 6 months. It's going to take some time, people. Like, for many of you guys, you don't understand. The moment the swap happens, it doesn't mean that the hot token is not going to have any value immediately, or not going to have any value after 6 months after they and that's if it's 6 months. It could be even longer. You guys have to understand the steps that it's going to take for exchanges, because it's going to be a little bit. And Miss Mary Camacho, hopefully I said her name right. and states it likewise. It's going to take some time because this is something completely and totally different. They're going to have their own holochain node. Their whole holochain node. So everything it's going to be like they're going to have their own DLT. So having said that, that means that um, they did say that it can be automated, but on exchanges, things got a little bit complicated. So I just want you guys to understand. I want you guys to know that you have to be very, very careful when it comes to these things. Okay, you have to be very careful, and that's what I'm doing. I'm being very careful, but I'm going to trust the words of their last AMAs, specifically dealing with Holofuel, that everything's going to be okay, and that for many of us, we will be rewarded for holding the hot token. I really do. I really do believe that. So that's my stance. That's where I'm going to be. Obviously, that will change if they come out with another AMA and say something completely and totally different. Obviously, everything I've just said is a wash, and we got to start all the way back over again and reevaluate everything. But for now, for all the information that I've received and from their AMAs, I truly believe that they're going to make sure that first off, the people who have hollow ports are going to be able to earn enough so that they can get they can enough revenue so that they can offboard that and turn it into fiat currency. And the only way to do that is going to be through the hot token. And by the way, it's not going to happen immediately. So when people, let's say a month in and they've had their hollow ports working for a month, the exchange, many of you guys don't understand. Exchanges aren't going to be like, oh, they can't just be like, oh, well, Holofuel's out now, so we're going to list Holofuel and there we go. That's not how it works. So you gotta understand. But again, I'm gonna post. I'm gonna put down AMA 39 because I think that's the main one. But also take a look at AMA 40, AMA 41, and I believe that's part 3. But yeah, it's extremely important that you guys understand. Let's not blow things out of proportion. Let's be patient. Let's wait. Hold on to your hot tokens because you have to understand once you let go of your hot tokens, you're not going to be able to get them back one for one. Once you switch it over, and by the way, the only time that you're going to be able to do that, and it won't even be for one, is when you're earning it through your hollow ports. And we can get into that whole thing, that whole bit later. So if you don't have a hollow port or you're not hosting or doing any of those things, there's really no reason for you to swap immediately over into Holofuel. Now, if you're a web developer, not a web developer, if you're a developer on and making apps and stuff like that, yeah, you most definitely want to do that. You want to have Holofuel, and they even go into depth about how those who have hollow ports will have a sort of credit line, right? A negative credit line, so it can be positive and all the other good stuff. And that's all the mutual credit system, which I'm not going to confuse you guys because I will mess you up on that. I'm just being honest with you. I have to go there. But again, like I stated before, this is not to diminish that. This is not to say that Holofuel will have no value. Please do not misunderstand what I'm saying. What I'm telling you guys is to be extremely careful and make sure that you hold on to your hot until you're absolutely sure that that's something that you want to do. Some of you guys in the comments below, you've stated that you're going to purchase hot, that you have hot and that you're going to use half of it and send half of it and switch over to Holofuel and then the other half and then kind of diverge and see where you're going to go. And yeah, that works if you have millions of hot and Holofuel, however y'all want to do that. And there's so many different creative ways that you can decide that you want to do that, and that's perfectly fine, obviously. I just want you guys to be aware of what's happening because the time is coming up soon. We all see where hot is going right now. The price is going up. There's a lot of confusion out there. Some people are saying that Holochain is an open source something or the other, alpha working on blockchain technology. There's all kinds of stuff out there. But we have to, you guys have to pull back, make sure you do your own research. And yes, for many of you guys, I know you guys get tired. Some of you have said, oh man, your videos are long. Well, my videos are long for a reason. You can go and get a shorter version and go and get just a little bit of information and pull out all of the information from there. Or you can just sit here and listen to somebody who doesn't really have good speaking skills, but will make sense eventually once I get to the point. And you'll be okay. It's all about educating yourself. It's all about gaining as much knowledge as you possibly can. Am I a genius? No. Everybody's not a genius. Do I know everything about the Holochain project or Holo or Holo Fuel or the hot token? No, I don't know every little thing about it. But what I do know is this. I do know that I've watched, I've studied, I've paid attention to it for a very long time. And I know I'm not a complete idiot. So the little information that you can gain from me, I'm giving to you guys. Obviously, I'm just trying to keep it real with everyone out there. And, I do believe that the hot token is going to make a lot of millionaires. It probably already has by reaching 2 cents. It's almost at 3 cents now. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. I just want to talk about that, explain what's going on. I know some of you guys have saw on my Twitter that I'm like, look, I'm holding on to my hot token, and that's exactly what I plan on doing. You guys have a wonderful day. Please, 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 please. I say this all the time, and I really do mean it. Do your own research. Do your own research. Do your own research. And last but not least, my friends, please, above all else, stay safe out there. Bye.